Hey, welcome to the Wednesday Wake Up from the Jersey Shore. In this week's episode, we're going to tackle the market. We're going to look at it from a big picture, and then we're going to focus down into Cape May County and see how that works for you and help you understand what may or may not be happening in your backyard. Hey, Chip Watson, Jersey Shore Real Estate Experts, brokered by eXp Realty. If you're not a subscriber, please click the link below. Your clicks help us. And if you want to get notified when we're shooting videos or when we're posting, please click the bell below. Before we get started, I just want to pray a little bit for our friends and families that are in the Western North Carolina area and throughout the Appalachian Trail into Asheville and further south into Georgia. They've been devastated. If you do not know already, Hurricane Helene went up in through that corridor and dumped a massive amount of rain onto those folks. We are praying to God that they get the help that they need. Being here at the shore, we know how important it is for storm preparedness, and not being near the coast, I am sure they were never prepared for what they are going through right now. So rest assured, we do have you in our prayers, and we hope that God wraps his arms around you and brings you peace in the next coming weeks, because this is going to be very difficult. So let's look at the market. If we look at the market from a national perspective, the average equity in your home has gone up tremendously over the last couple of years. If you're interested, you want to find out more, please reach out to a real estate professional. But I can rest assured that if you have owned your home for a number of years, it has increased in equity regardless of where you are in the country. We're seeing that the potential growth going forward in real estate is going to continue until inventory rises, which would pull pressure on pricing. There's still going to be a buildup of equity in the home that you own now. So it's just inevitable that prices will go up. We do have to deal with inflation, and things are going to rise as far as what they cost. That will continue with homes. Until there's an influx of inventory, we're still going to see upward pressure on pricing, and that means equity to you. We've also recently seen a reduction in interest rates. Now, what does that mean to you potentially as an owner? That means that it may flush some more buyers into the marketplace. So if you've been on the fence about possibly selling your home or seeing what it may be worth in the market and say, hey, no one's really buying, well, the buyers are coming back into the market once interest rates come down. And for some folks, they've been waiting for an opportunity to sell their home, but they don't want to replace the home with a high interest rate. So now that interest rates have come down just below 6, I may be dating myself, but just below 6, we're starting to see some movement of people who maybe have been waiting to sell their home to buy something else. And now it makes sense for them to take the action to move forward because interest rates have come under 6%. So what that means is that more homes can come on the market, thus increasing the inventory levels, thus putting pressure or decreasing on pricing. That's what we're kind of seeing starting to take place here at the Jersey Shore. So again, going from the big picture down to the little picture. Here in Cape May County, we are still seeing escalation as far as property values. So the property values are still continuing to climb. But what we are seeing is in certain pockets of our market, we're starting to see where there's starting to be a little influx of inventory. So what that means is that when there are multiple homes available at a certain price, the buyers have more choice. And then it could turn more into a buying situation or a buyer's market. When there's more inventory than what's for sale, they have more negotiation power. We have been seeing in Cape May County in general that sales price to list price have been about 97%. So about 3% of wiggle room from somebody's asking price on a median. So we're starting to see sellers get a little bit more negotiable as inventory rises. So I want to direct your attention to a video we had done a couple weeks ago regarding our structural integrity laws that have come into place here in New Jersey regarding condominiums. If you haven't watched that, please click the link, find it in our feed. I think it's very important if you do own a condominium to know what's going to happen and what is taking place in our state regarding the structural integrity of your property, plus the financial health of your association. Even the folks who have a 2 to 4 unit condominium where you've always done everything very, very neighborly, you're going to have a structured plan in place for any future replacement costs. So in other words, you need to know what the roof is going to cost the next number of years, and you're going to need to make a plan as to how you're going to fund the replacement of that roof when that time comes. So again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. We're glad to help, put you in touch with folks that can help you put that package together so that when the state comes around asking for it, you have it ready. It's also good to know if eventually at some point, if you own a condo, you were going to be selling it. It makes it much easier to sell your condominium when all of the condominium documents are together. You have a operating budget, you have plenty of money in the reserves for those future replacement costs, and that all this structural study needs to be in place, because if not, that could stall the sale of the property and extend your ownership, costing you thousands of dollars at the end. So again, if you need any more information, that link is below. I'd love for you to comment or to check that out for more resources so it can help you in the future. Hey, a few videos back, we had covered the New Jersey DEP's new legislation that they're trying to roll out regarding, they call it the REAL program. So basically what that is they are predicting there's going to be a future rise in sea level, and that could hamper or change some of the construction rules that our local municipalities play by. I wanted to point out that there is a public statement, public comment going on. It's still open. We're going to click a link below. It'll take you to the state's website. You want to be sure to check on where it is New Jersey protection against climate change or climate threats. So that's the subject line you're going to be making your public comment. So that's going to allow the legislators to see what your thoughts are regarding how this affects you and your property, and maybe some insight as to if you do live at the shore and how you've seen such a little increase in any sea level rise where you experience. Try to help them understand that a 19-year study is not really a good gauge for future rules that they're going to abide by for the next 75-year outcome. As we see inventory levels rise, we're starting to see a little bit of price decreases. So folks that were trying to get the next new high price in their community or in their neighborhood are starting to have to adjust a little bit to find a buyer. So what that means is that buyers and sellers are going to have to be a little more negotiable as we start getting to an even market. So we're coming out of a seller's market and getting more equilibrium with a buyer. There needs to be a little more give or take. And that's going to boost well for both parties if you want to continue to move on to the next chapter. So we're going to need a little bit more negotiation on both sides as far as moving you on to the next home. Hey, thanks again for tuning in. We love it here at the Jersey Shore, and we hope you do too. And we're just looking forward to making everything better for you when you're looking to buy or sell a home. So I hope this helps you out. Make it an awesome week, and we look forward to helping you in the future. See you next time.